My name is Naz. I'm 29 years old and I work as a graphic designer in a corporate company. The gray sky outside the office window each morning mirrors my mood. Life has been repeating the same cycle for a long time. Wake up, go to work, come home, sleep. The creative life I dreamed as a child has long since faded, replaced by a quiet, dull, and emptiness. As a child, I loved drawing. I would spend hours creating worlds with my colored pencils, filling sheets of paper with colors. One day my mother walked it and looked at the drawings I scattered on the floor. She said, "These are nice, but they're not realistic. You're a bit too much of a dreamer," she said. That sentences encoded my mind for years. Dreaming began to feel like a childhood illness. I stopped dreaming and I became realistic. Another memory I have, I was 8 and it was a summer day. We were sitting on our balcony. My mom pointed at me, said to our neighbor. She said, "Look, she loves drawing, but she won't be able to make money from this kind of stuff." In that moment, I felt ashamed of many colors. I hid my drawings as if they might betray me. I remember it was another day. I was on my way home from work. I saw a child on the street. He had a red crayon in his hand and he was drawing a giant sun on the sidewalk. As I walked past, I caught a glimpse of the expression on his face. It was if the only real thing in the world was the sun he was drawing. My own childhood flashed before my eyes. My mother's voice from the balcony, the neighbor's disapproving glance, blah, 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 blah. When I got home, I looked in the mirror. For the first time, I really saw myself. The child within me was still there, sitting quietly in a corner, holding crayons, and she was waiting. My eyes filled with tears. That night, I lay in bed, starting at ceiling. When I closed my eyes, the balcony scene playing in my mind. My mother's voice still rang in my ears. She loves drawing, but she won't be able to make money from it, blah, 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 blah. And suddenly I understood. That sentence had been my chain for years. I had been ashamed of many colors, ashamed of my pencils, ashamed of myself. I had mistaken my mother's fear for my truth. I began to cry. Each tear that fell was unrevealing of a childhood trapped inside me. When morning came, I pulled out the dusty crayons from my drawer, and for the first time I didn't hear my mother's voice. I heard my own. And I love drawing, and that is real enough. In that moment, I realized making peace with my childhood was making peace with myself. And that morning, for the first time in years, I thoroughly saw myself.